Your friends are going to be green with envy when they see this in your home this week. Hi, welcome to another video. My name is Katherine Bergman, and I'm a florist with over 30 years design experience in weddings and events. I share weekly floral inspiration with you. Today, we're going to make a pair of modern and sculptural arrangements that are companion pieces using novelty green flowers. Are you ready? Let's get started. I've always wanted to show you an arrangement with all green flowers. So today that's what we're going to do. Now, I love the look of green flowers. It's just kind of fun, and there's so many to choose from. Today we're going to use these beautiful calla foliage, some hydrangea foliage, Annabelle hydrangeas that have started to turn green from my garden, Bells of Ireland, a beautiful green floral material that lasts really long, these incredible giant mums. Okay, this is not green, but does have a green center. Mossy green ball, green carnations, and this material that looks sort of like Queen Anne's lace called green mist, and a novelty grass for a little bit of texture. So I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but I'm imagining something kind of modern and textural and interesting and kind of sculptural because we're using these big green foliage. So I thought we would do it in this rectangular glass vase. It's a great vase because even though it's tall and big, it's not it's not like a square or a round. The opening is elongated, so it makes it easier to work with without mechanics. So today we're not going to do any floral foam. Okay, so I'm going to start by greening in. I've got all these different greenery that I cut from the garden, actually mainly just two, the hydrangea and the calla lily foliage. Now, look at these beautiful calla foliage. They look like the tropical foliages you can buy. That's pretty expensive, and the green is so vibrant and gorgeous. And I have the hydrangea foliage just as a contrasting texture to this. I chose kind of broadleaf, large foliage today because I wanted the greenery to be really a big feature of the arrangement, not just something to fill in. So I'm going to start with the hydrangea foliage. I'm thinking that this would be stuffed in sort of in the background to hold our stems together. And I'm using my favorite new thing, the quick dip. I'm just going to put a lot of this foliage in just to give it some mass since we're not using any floral foam. The last couple of videos I shared with you this wonderful product called Quick Dip that is from Floral Life, and it really helped extend the life of all your greenery and your flowers and even the really tender, not so long lasting things or things that wilt. So I will link that in my description. And here's some calla foliage. Now I'm kind of envisioning a sculptural looking arrangement, and I'm actually going to do a pair of these, one large, one small, so that you have a grouping. I've always loved green flowers and blue flowers. I think they're just so unusual, and that's why I'm always drawn to green flowers at the flower market as well as blue flowers. We're going to see all the beautiful stems in our clear glass vase today. Earlier I was playing around with this arrangement. I just kind of clustered a bunch of calla foliage in my hands and dropped it in, and it was beautiful, just the foliage. Sometimes I think, if you don't have much growing in the garden, an assortment of gorgeous foliage would make a spectacular arrangement too. So really going in heavy with the calla lily foliage. Okay, so that's what we have here. Done, right? The foliage itself is just so beautiful. Now, I'm not a huge fan of calla lilies, but I do like calla foliage. The big calla lilies are nice, but the season here is really short. I don't have much of it, and it gets scorched when it's really hot here. Now, the next flower we're going to put in are those giant white mums. These are spectacular. Not easy to use because they're so huge, you almost have to do a pretty large arrangement. Okay. And I've taken most of all the foliage off because the foliage on the mums are not very pretty. So what I'm doing is kind of creating a focal point here at the base of this arrangement with the giant mums. I think I'll use a trio of these. See, we've got the 3 mums here as sort of a focal point and a beautiful nestled in the calla lily foliage. Then next I'm going to add in the bells of Ireland. This is a beautiful material that I do not grow. I bought seeds one year and nothing ever came up. I don't think I have the right climate to grow this. I don't know. I bought seeds because I've never seen it as a plant. So I thought I'd grow it from seed, but nothing came up. So I kind of gave up growing bells of Ireland. Okay. That's what we have here. We're going to do kind of an asymmetrical, sculptural looking arrangement. See if I can do a taller stem here. We've got our bells of Ireland added in here. And I think I'm going to do another calla foliage in here. Between the mums. Let's add in a hydrangea, one of these beautiful green hydrangeas. Love this green and white palette, so fresh and crisp looking. And that's partly why I chose the glass, because I thought seeing the water in the glass really adds to this arrangement. Added in the hydrangeas. Let's see if we have space for some of this green ball. This mossy green ball is an interesting material. It lasts a long time. It looks like a little ball of moss on a stem, but it's actually in the carnation family. So it's a part of the dianthus family. And I chose this just to have an interesting texture. Kind of a modern, interesting feel to it. This mossy green ball. See, that adds kind of a velvety, fun texture to this. And it's another hue, another, type of green. These are all different greens, lighter green, medium green, and then this is a little darker because of the texture. How about some of that grass? Not sure what type of grass this is, but when I saw it market, I thought this is such an incredibly beautiful material. Now you really have to process the grass. It came with a lot of foliage that didn't look very good, so I had to pick it all off. But what you're left is this beautiful grass that's wispy and translucent. And it seems to last pretty well. I'm adding a cluster of it, 3 stems into here. And then let's do a couple stems here. So I'm recutting the stems every time I add anything in, and dipping it in the quick dip before I put it in the vase of water, just to have it have maximum lasting potential. Beautiful, beautiful grass. I have a couple of taller stems here. I'm going to add it on a different plane so that even though we're doing sort of a one-sided arrangement, it doesn't look flat. That's what we have right now. Looking really good, right? Really unusual and beautiful. Okay. I don't know if we have space for green carnations. Maybe we can put a few in because it's, once again, a lighter shade of green, almost white. Put a couple of stems in. Now, this is not the old-fashioned dyed carnation that we used to see at St. Patrick's Day. That's pretty horrible. This is a natural green dianthus. Okay. And then we have our green mist. Beautiful green mist. It's like a Queen Anne's lace, but it lasts a lot better and doesn't seem to shatter as much, although the flowers are kind of green instead of white. Love green mist. Every time I go to market, I buy some because it lasts a long time and it kind of goes with everything. I love pairing it with roses, and then this green arrangement, of course, it's great. And such beautiful big bunches I purchased too. Okay, I think I am done with this first arrangement. This is what we have. Beautiful, sculptural, large green arrangement. The next arrangement is going to be much smaller. I have a smaller rectangular glass vase that echoes our large vase, and I already put a little bit of the hydrangea foliage in here, and I'm just going to add the rest of our calla foliage. So we just basically want the same type of materials in both. Now this is too big. I'm going to cut it a little shorter and kind of fold it into the vase. See how I did that? Kind of just fold it into the vase. We have a couple of stems of our big, beautiful mums. That's what I have right now. I'm trying to think if I'm going to do the bells in here. Yes, we can do some bells of Ireland in here. And just a few sprigs of the grass. For a small companion arrangement, I'm thinking I will just keep this pretty simple like this. We don't have to have every element in our large arrangement here. Let's see, maybe we could add a green ball just to give that texture. And I think that's it. Here is a small companion arrangement. So we're all done. We made a pair of companion arrangements in a very modern and crisp design. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something today and saw some novelty material to use for your next arrangement. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe and click the little bell to be notified when I put out a new video. And for those of you who watch me every week and leave me beautiful comments, love you guys, and thank you as always for your support. So until next time, go out and pick something beautiful for yourself or buy some fresh flowers and create something gorgeous to enjoy this week. And I will see you in my next video.